Good morning, everyone. We're here at Bitcoin Conference Nashville Day 2. We're going to be recapping the previous day's events on Thursday and Friday, touching on Thank God for Bitcoin, touching on the Pleb Party, Industry Day, and of course, Day 1 of the Bitcoin Conference. I got Bitcoin Brandon here with me.
Hey guys, good morning. What's going on? We're going to do a quick recap of all the events we just did. Super stoked, super high energy. So yeah, let's get into it.
So block 854192. 2 days ago, we had Thank God for Bitcoin Day 2. We were passing out the remaining Thank God for Bitcoin cards. I know that if you have questions about how to obtain one, Chester in the Pack Stacker group may be your best bet. Otherwise, Aladdin is always a trusted source. But those cards came out really cool. It was a great day too. We had I would say a couple hundred people come through. Pretty quick, 8 to 5. I was able to go to the Bitcoin student meetup, which was really cool to see Ella Huff and Arsh and some other Bitcoin students. There's around 100 people, maybe even more there, at a bar on Broadway, which is really fun. I was wearing this jersey, got a lot of good looks and high fives there. Led into, for me, the Pleb Party. Then after hanging out with Anders, I'm excited to see him back home in LA. And overall, that event wound up great. So thank you to Anders for organizing. Swan putting on the event. And, the booth wound up really fun, being able to hang out with pack stackers. New people at the Pleb Party coming up to the booth that did not show up either at Thank God for Bitcoin or Industry Day. So overall, a great experience. And you can talk a bit about Industry Day.
Yeah, Industry Day, a bit of a blur. We're smashing some days together. Yeah. So we might have missed one of our recaps in the middle, but Industry Day was great. I think one of the biggest notable events was Michael Saylor was there. We met the Coin Dad, really cool guy. We actually hooked him up with some Michael Saylor out of 500 rare cards, and he was able to navigate his way just like a ninja through a line and got right up to him. Was able to get, as far as we know, the very first Michael Saylor signatures on a 500 card. So it's got a video of that, and it was very exciting, quite impressive. So did that. Coin Dad
with
also,
the Bitcoin Mining Museum.
So he also came by after that event. He bought a Having Edition whale box. He came by. I got to sit down and rip it with him. We did that recording, so it's out there. We're going to get that out. Super cool. He pulled a big hit, was a Freedom War out of 100.
Yep.
And Industry Day, and that's it for Industry Day.
It was fun. The other thing on Industry Day that I didn't even get to be a part of, but BitBoy and Skater having a full 3-minute clip of Skater basically just, the story is pretty cool of the Scammy Awards card that, came out of the unconfiscatable pack. And Skater walks up to BitBoy and, asks him for a signature, and in a perfect Skater way, you're getting BitBoy's response being like, I'm not a scammer. And, Skater's taking it like a great pack stacker would. But that was a fun conversation. I'm excited to hopefully, you guys get to see that come out on YouTube and in the chat soon.
Yeah. His delivery of the way it came out was just so perfect. I mean, he did a great job. Had the balls, did it, made it happen. Yeah. Industry Day recap. Next day was Friday, GA Day 1. Whirlwind, lots of people. Went through 8 boxes of Genesis packs. That's 8 times 100, 800 Genesis packs. It's got to be more than that. Met a lot of cool people. What was notable from that day was,
there was a few things. So I started off my morning where I did not have my phone connected to the Wi-Fi. I was hanging out in the gallery. I only get to see these artists in the art gallery, once every year about. And so, they're traveling overseas, whether they're Pepe or Bitcoin native artists. I love them and cherish them. So I'm over there hanging out with Marcus Connor, Asanoa, etc. I go over to hang out with Bitcoin Cartoons and Steven and checking out his booth. And And I'm like, man, I can't, I was buying a pin and a cartoon, and I'm like, I can't send you the funds. My data's so bad. He goes, get the Wi-Fi. As soon as I get the Wi-Fi, I get a Telegram message from Brandon going, we're sold out of Spirit of Satoshi and BitBlock boom packs. And it was like 11 a.m. Like it was like 3 hours after the whole conference opened. And I was like, no way. My phone has not had internet connectivity for freaking 3 hours, and we're sold out at the booth. So by the time I walked back, half the team was going back to the Airbnb to restock. So that was pretty cool to see that much, action at the booth that early, and it was sustained throughout the day.
It was, man, we officially closed 5 p.m. yesterday and packing up. I think we got out of there at 5:30. Security guards were telling us to get out of there. So we packed up as much as we could, roll right into the hotel right across the street for our first inaugural trade night, right? So that was something super special and just something for the community. And it wasn't only OG original pack stackers. We also had Painters for Bitcoin there. We also had Sean Marie there. We also had some other vendors and friends that we met here at the conference. We had food and made trades, made some sales, had some prizes. We ripped. What did we rip?
A hoop box. I didn't do ripping. I was doing trading all day.
I know, me too. So
Yeah.
hoop. Was it Crane? Crane ripped.
Crane
It
rip.
might have been Bitcoin Jesus. So
Yeah.
big hit of the night was the penny orange out of 21 card. First time I got to see that. So beautiful. That artwork is here in the art gallery. So we are, dude, I was pumped. That's the biggest hit. Besides Gabe hit a Bitcoin, Boomers in Bitcoin on Dirty Coin Night.
Yeah. I mean, the way the orange on that blue card looks is stunning. And I shout out Rebel Money and, of course, Aladdin for getting that partnership and pairing together. Turned out amazing. I had a lot of fun. I was immediately, you lay out your cards at trade night. Everybody's pretty excited. And I'm quick to the bat of, counting up my trades. I think I had 6 trades in the first like half an hour. And it was a blast. I wound up, there was a woman that joined the trade night that had come by the booth, and she just felt the good energy and the good people.
Cool.
And she took note of trade night and literally showed up. And this was a woman that wasn't into trading cards, was into Bitcoin, but I wouldn't say by any means, all in. And she came for the energy. And
Complete energy.
she had bought one Spirit of Satoshi pack and ripped a We're All Satoshi out of 1,000 and was like, do I need to buy another pack to kind of participate? Do I need to rip more to participate in this community? And I was like, you know what? I don't want it to be that way. So this is going to be the first ever. It's the first ever trade night. It's the first ever trade up challenge. That's something, whether it's kids or people do for fun at the hobby and going around to different vendors with a certain card and trying to trade up, right? And I took her through that experience going from pack stacker to pack stacker. And we started off with an out of 1,000 and we wound up with a similar out of 1,000 that she liked more from the Spirit of Satoshi pack, a Natalie Brunell signed common, and a Jimmy Song out of 500 unconfiscatable card. So all in all, I think, she had fun. I had a ton of fun in that experience. She felt the great energy there and said she would take that home to her friends in Miami and try to bring, more good people into our community. So
like you said, you mentioned kids. It was a family friendly thing, right? It's not a crazy Nashville party. It was friends, family. It was Bitcoin family, right? Bitcoin Armada, the trifecta. And there was at least a couple of kids there doing trade up challenges. She started with a piece of paper that she drew an ice cream cone on, and then she traded up to, I don't even know what she got to, but super cool event. That was the inaugural one. We're going to have another one. It's going to be twice as good, twice as big, twice as fun. It's coming soon. I think it was just such a cool thing to do.
And so that's a quick shout out to Crane and of course you for putting that work in to make that happen. Yes. It's the it's the community member, the pack stackers that take the initiative to make these events happen, and we all reap the rewards of having a great time and getting to share these memories. But it does take time and effort to make them happen.
Yeah. Again, big shout out to Crane. It's our own initiative and energy, resources, time, and but I mean, it's minuscule in the amount of energy and good feeling that we get back from what we get out of it. So,
so less about the cards, even though we do love the cards, more about the people and sharing
Exactly.
that time with them.
Like we were doing trades just to trade, right?
Yeah.
Just to have that initial connection with each other. It wasn't about trying to get over on one another or anything like that. It was just have a connection with somebody.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That was a day one of Nashville recap. We got day two today. It's pretty quiet in here, and if you want to know why, it's because we got an important speaker at 2 p.m. and everybody and their mom is lining up for that starting now.
The lines are everywhere.
Starting way before now, but especially in effect now. So we'll see what the traffic is like actually in the conference space today. Hopefully, we get some good new people coming to the booth. I'm sure we'll get people from yesterday coming by to say hi.
Yeah, come by, say hi, get a free pack of Genesis cards, chit chat. We have event cards, the special event cards. Right there is the Music City Center card. We've got another few other variations. Come by, check us out, get some details. And now it's going to be a great day. This is going to be wrapping up.
Yeah.
Stoked.
All right, guys, sign off. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the next event, and we'll talk soon.
Cool. Peace.